Hello, amazing online crew. How are we? It's awesome to be here live with you. I've got a very special guest with me today. He's hiding in the wings. I will reveal who that is at a moment. But if you are joining me live, please say hello and share where you're coming in from. The palm tree emoji down there. If you're part of my free Facebook community, social media strategies for home business owners, put the little fish down below. And if you're one of my online crew leaders, let us know that you are here watching as well with the little cruise ship. Any of you that are life members, you can put the little anchor down below as well. So awesome to see you guys popping in. Please support our winner, who I will bring on screen in a moment. You'll just say hello to a couple of people. We got Helen, way to go, Matt. We've got Susan. We've got Chan. Okay, I always get that wrong. Yili, I'm in. Congratulations, Matt. Award well deserved. You have done amazing go lives and you share awesome content. So I'll bring him on in a second and we'll keep looking at your comments here. Just a reminder, those of you that were life members of my coaching community, while we were doing the video challenge and you completed the video challenge, we've got a special live Zoom call happening straight after this one. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys soon, but I don't want to keep him hanging in the wings. I want to bring this beautiful individual on. So welcome to the screen. Drum roll. We've got Matt Scherb, who is the recent winner of our 21-day online crew video challenge. So this is Matt. Where are you, Matt? That side there for me. And I guess I should say, for those of you that haven't been on my lives before, I'm Helen Martin. So I'm your online crew captain. I'm not wearing the hat today. It's all about Matt today, not about the captain today. And we are full of home-based business owners, entrepreneurs, direct sellers, and we're learning to leverage social media to build our business online. And Facebook Lives is one of those tools, isn't it, Matt? Yeah. That we can master. So how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We've got a bit of a snowstorm out here in Toronto, but awesome, awesome, awesome.
Bit of a snowstorm. We'll stay warm and hopefully, I just lost my screen. Come back. I'm still, there you are. Something just happened on my computer, but I'm back. So I'm just going to show you some more comments, Matt. I'm not sure. Can you see these on screen as well? Mm-hmm. We got Tammy. We got Patricia on. Looking forward to your interview. We've got Edith. Edith has been in this position just recently as the winner of our previous challenge. Hello, everyone. Looking forward to the interview. We've got Marcella. Welcome. We've got Judy and Bob from Alter Your Course. Looking forward to meeting Ma. You got a new name now. Robin, congratulations, Matt. We've got Cheryl. Hello, Helen, Henry, and Matt as well. We've got Jan on. Awesome. Okay, heaps of people jumping on to hear your wonderful wisdom today. So thank you for joining me, Matt. It's awesome to have you on screen with me and just talk to you about your experience and to get your, words of wisdom, to other people that are still nervous of live video and what it has meant to you. So just firstly, tell us, why would you even consider doing a video challenge? What prompted you? And you've done more than one, which I'm sure you'll explain in a moment. Three. And I believe you're going to do the next one as well.
I'm going to be participating in the next one as well. And, it's interesting because each one I learned more. The first one was a 14-day, then it was 21. Then this past one was 21 as well. And so I mentioned this to a couple of people that I was speaking to after the challenge. Don't compare yourself to others. Look at yourself on your own track, because I'm on my own track too. I'm still nervous when I hit that go live button, but not as nervous as I was, 50 some odd days ago of go live challenges. So for me, it's all about having a presence online with video, because I know it's becoming more and more prevalent. To have unique content, and video is the most unique content that you can have. And so this really just facilitated that for me to be able to do that, because you're giving us content all the time. Here's what you do for the next 5 days. And I really need that step-by-step guidance. And then also the training that you did.
Yeah, so thanks for sharing that with us. So what was your prompter to do it again? And then do it again? And then want to do the next one again? Like, you've done it once, so why isn't that enough?
So everything's changing all the time. And even between the first one and the second and the third, there's always things changing. Even from now to the next one, there's things changing. And the content, even from your training perspective, because you're so current on things, it keeps us all current. It keeps us all aligned to the one thing. So after the first challenge was over, I committed to myself, oh yeah, I'm going to do lots of go lives. I've got it all in my system. And then it falls off. Then I get to the second one. I say, okay, this one I'm definitely going to do. I did a couple afterwards, but it starts to peter off. So I find having that content fed to me helps. Yeah. And I say now it's a lot easier for me after 3 to be able to really get into that groove. I'm not as, I'll say chicken for lack of better terms. I'm not as chicken to press that button. And so it's easier. It rolls better. And it's like, oh, okay, it's snowing outside. I might just do a go live. It's not like I'm always looking for something to speak to. It's just, it becomes a second nature. And that's habit.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's the repetition that makes it easier, and you're not so scared to push the button or just talk. Because what I find from people, and I've seen it with you and others that do multiple challenges, is that you become more genuinely, authentically you, and you're just more happy to show more of your personality. So doing multiple challenges is one of the best ways to ease into that genuine sort of authentic person that we are. Mm-hmm. So in relation to, you participating in the video challenge, what were your biggest takeaways for you? I mean, you kind of mentioned that already, but what did you get out of it as you, not only for, potentially what might grow for you in your business, but for you as a person? I mean, I constantly say to people, this is so much more than a video challenge, but I don't expect people to necessarily understand that until they go through it and get to the end and go, wow, that was so much more than just a video challenge. So what would you say to that?
So some of the things I talked about as far as I'm practicing, I'm creating consistency, but the reach, you really don't know what kind of a reach you're getting from these videos. And something I said in one of my go lives, when we put a go live out there, it's for our children, our children's children, our great grandchildren, because it's not going away.
Yeah.
And so you may impact somebody. I mean, some of the things that you're doing, Helen, right now are going to impact people 5, 10, 15 years from now. We don't even realize it. And that impact is huge. So in the short term, I'm certainly getting more people reaching out to me and becoming part of my, I'll say, tribe, for lack of better terms. But it's all of it. It's a full package. It's the authenticity. It's all of those things all put together.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. So what would you say to somebody who's listening to you, Matt, and they're sitting back and they're thinking, I know it's awesome. I know I really need to do them because this is the future. And there's no faster way to get people to know, like, and trust me. So I need to do them, but I just can't. There's too much fear. What would you say to that person that's still sitting there holding themselves back going, I don't know if I can do it?
So I'm going to say 2 things to that. One is obviously joining this community is helpful because you've got a safe space. We can do the go lives inside and we can support each other, have accountability partners, which is huge. But then beyond that, a lot of it, and I had to get out of this in the first challenge that I did, is getting out of my own head. It's all between your own ears. It's like, what are they going to think if I say this? Or what are people going to think if I go live? It's not about them. It's not about you. It's just do it. And that's a tough pill to swallow. A lot of times it's like, oh, some of the ones I wore some kind of inflatable suit. It's like, oh, what are people going to think if I'm wearing this inflatable suit? You have to just sort of say, get out of your own way. And when I looked back, and one of the exercises you had us do at the end of the challenge is lay out all of the go lives and see which ones had more interaction, which one had more engagement, which one had more views. And not that the numbers are important, but you start to paint a picture for yourself that you realize it's not the ones where you talk about your business. It's not the ones where you talk about certain things. It's the ones where you're authentic, funny, educational, entertaining factor, all of those things. Those are the ones that people want to see.
Yeah. And it's so encouraging for me to hear you say that, Matt, because one of the things that people don't necessarily understand when they come into one of my video challenges is that I'll say, we are not here to push your business. And everyone's like, well, that's why I want to do go lives. I want to push my business. I want to get more leads. I want to get people reaching out to me. And yet I'm there saying, we're going to talk about this and we're going to talk about that. And people get really confused. And yet being in the online world is all about connecting with human beings. And I often say, you guys would have heard me say this before, maybe, we need to be a human being before we're a marketer. So when every live is just about marketing or our business or things like that, people just don't connect with that on an ongoing basis. Yet when we're raw and we're vulnerable and we're telling personal stories, or we're putting inflatable suits on like you did, like that was a crack up. I loved it, but it made me laugh. It made me continue to watch your live video because it was funny and it was engaging, but you had a really powerful message behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not pushing your business, but I'm drawn to you because of your presence on live video. So I think this is a really important distinction to make. Those of you that see live video as an opportunity to push your business, we really need to be a human being and get that genuine, authentic, self of ours before we go and market our business. Do you agree?
Yeah, and the other thing I said earlier as well still holds true here for the people that don't want to press that button is don't look at what other people are doing. Look at yourself. Don't worry about what they say. Many times I look at it and go, oh, so-and-so did a great job or so-and-so did a great job. I mean, I joke with Edith. It's like she's missed 2019 as far as I think it was the 21-day challenge. And it's not looking at what she does. I've got to look inside and do what I do and be my authentic self. Many times we compare ourselves to others. Oh, I won't be as good as that person. Or I won't be as good as Helen. I won't be as good as so. And it starts to bring us down. We got to keep our vibration up. And when we have our vibration up, then better things can happen. We won't have as much fear. It's a mindset.
It is absolutely a mindset. And, I'll just pick up on something Matt said earlier about, a lot of it's up here. When we're way too worried about what other people think, or we can't put on a suit because, although you did, but, what are people going to think of me? Those kind of things. It just comes through a place of our own ego. We're just worried about what people think of us. And it's actually none of our business what other people think of us. We shouldn't even worry about what other people think of us. It's what is true to you. Mm-hmm. And you know who you are. You know the genuine, authentic person that you are, and a lot of you guys watching, and you know what you're striving for. And something I often say in the video challenges as well is other people don't pay your bills. So don't care about what they're thinking. This is for you and your world and your life and your business and your income and your choices moving forward. The reason why we go into business like this is because we want to have more choices. We want to go on vacations. We want to be able to provide for our children more, those kind of things. So we need to concentrate on our dreams and make them bigger than our fears.
Absolutely.
So what about the experience of, you could go live on your own. You don't need me. Anybody can push a button and go live. So what about the experience of doing it in a challenge scenario rather than just Matt going live, because Matt knows that live video is a good thing to do. You didn't touch on this a little bit earlier about, it helps you with the content and things like that. But how is that experience for you in doing it in this kind of environment like you have? So
I'll call it spoon feeding me, having those items set up 5 days in advance. I can start planning. What are the thoughts I want to put into this? I'm going to be doing a dual live. So who do I want to interview? And so I can start planning those things. I don't necessarily do that planning when I do it on my own. I mean, before the challenge, I did go lives, but they were more so, I'm just sitting in my backyard doing some kind of a gratitude thing. This meant a lot more to expand and take a look and really push the limits for humor, entertainment, all these other elements. So having that given to us as bite-sized chunks, because let's face it, they say to eat an elephant, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. How do you do a video challenge? It's 1 day at a time. Compartmentalize it, because it truly can be overwhelming. And just taking that 1 step at a time, and you're really good at this as far as saying, okay, for the next 5 days, here's what we're going to be doing. And you're giving us 2 or 3 days or even 4 days notice. To have those pieces laid out gives us a much better chance of just thinking through, okay, I'm going to be doing a public location. Where am I going to go? Am I going to do Starbucks? Am I walking down the street? And being able to think those things through it gives us that content. So many times we're not sure what our content should be, and we just start rambling.
Yeah.
And so I just find having that chunk down really, really is beneficial for me anyway.
Yeah, and I think doing it multiple times, it equips you to know what kind of content, because now you've got stats, you've got measures, you've got things that you can compare. Wow, this video, this content, everybody really loved this, or this one fell a little bit flat. That was the one where I was talking about my business, directly. Like, you can compare those things as to what works and what doesn't. And there is a method to my madness, believe it or not, in the content that I give you guys for various reasons, and to also push you. And there are things that you would have done in this challenge, and other people that have experienced this challenge as well, that you have technical difficulties and things don't go according to plan. And I throw a watch party at you, and then a dual live. And so it's like, oh, what now, Helen? Stop. Like, there's all these things I throw at you, but because I want you guys to learn so much in such a short amount of time. So what about that side of it? Matt, and all these different things that I've thrown at you as part of the tools that we've got in front of us. It's not just pushing a button. There is a lot of things that we can do with live video.
Well, and this is just it. I mean, if I was doing it, coming back to the question of doing things on my own, I didn't know there were filters. I didn't know that there were dual lives. I didn't know that this or that exists. And I didn't know StreamYard exists. And when you start factoring all those things in, it starts to really come together and gel together. I love doing dual lives. I think out of all of it that I enjoyed the most was dual lives, because it's not my content anymore. I get to support another entrepreneur. And there's other entrepreneurs that I brought on. They were talking about their digital marketing agency or things like that. And they've earned business out of that. And it wasn't about me. It wasn't me having to get more business. It's how can I help other people? And when you come from that place, just like, I mean, the things that you're doing, you're helping hundreds and hundreds of people. When you come from that place of giving, everything changes. Everything.
Beautifully said. And, please take that on board, guys, that when we come from a place of really wanting to help people, and who can I help today, and what can I share on my live video today that can inspire somebody or, help them with something, then the success comes. Because when you become more valuable on live video, then, the money comes. Things like when we become more valuable, the rest just flows. So when you come from a place of waking up, like, who can I inspire today? And what can I share today that's going to teach somebody something? Or I learned this really cool thing. I want to share it with you. And you share it with other people with no strings attached. That's what builds a sustainable long-term business. When people know that you genuinely care, people start to care when they know you care. And, I think we need to remember also that people don't remember necessarily what you say. It's how you make them feel.
Absolutely.
So you can say a lot of business stuff on live video, but if it doesn't come from a place of being really genuine and authentic, it doesn't really land. It doesn't connect with people. But this is all about building connections. And I know social media affords us amazing opportunities, amazing, to connect with people all around the world. And you guys are amazing. And Matt, I'm sure you've met many people, fellow challengers, that you will now stay in contact with all around the world. Like, just share that experience as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, people are there from everywhere, and you're commenting on their lives, and you're seeing what they're doing. You're seeing them grow as well. Some of them, I can't pronounce their names, but they're amazing, right? I mean, they're just amazing. Whether it's from Zambia or whether it's from Australia, it doesn't matter where. We're a global community, and the challenges of pressing the go live button is no different in Australia than it is in North America. It's the same thing. It's the furthest distance between your thumb and the go live button. Like, just press it. And that's really a big thing. And being able to have that global community is huge.
Yeah. And I think here's a comment we need to all take on board as something that I'm big on in the actual challenges myself, is we got to have fun with it. We got to be smiling and having fun with it. Because honestly, when we go on live video, and even though you may really, really be nervous, you don't want it to seem like a chore, because it's not exciting for everybody to watch you feel like it's a chore. Like, we just need to laugh at ourselves. If we stuff up a dual live, stuff up. Now, I get into trouble for that word. People don't know what stuff up means in some place. Just muck it up, whatever. Like, I don't know, it's some kind of Australian word that people don't understand. So muck it up, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's okay. Things go wrong, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And you just have to roll with it. And,
roll with it. And it actually makes us more human, because people don't relate to perfection. If we're trying to script everything out, look perfect, oh, I look terrible today, I'm too tired, I got bags under my eyes, all that kind of stuff, like, nobody cares. Really, people don't care as much as we think they care, do they?
Yep, it's again all up here.
Yeah, exactly. So huge part of it. So what do you want to share with people listening, Matt, about anything you've experienced or learned or advice to other people? What would you like to share?
So a couple of things. One of the ways of winning this challenge, I'm going to give a secret away here. It's a big secret.
Ooh.
Sit on the edge of your seats here on this one. When you look across the point tracker, there's some elements where you certainly can pick up points. And that's when you're doing the extra mile things. That's one part. But there's also bringing in other individuals to learn as much as you do yourself. And a lot of us here are building our own business, are building our teams. Bring this to your teams. That's what I did in this one. In fact, I brought people to this go live. Some of them were not in any of the direct sales industries. They were in the insurance business, and they're going, Matt, what am I going to do with this? I'm in the insurance business, and no disrespect to them. They're like, oh my God, I can still do go lives. I don't have to be in a certain industry or a certain thing. And so being able to bring those people out and not hiding that information or keeping it to ourselves, let it go, let it out there. That's the one part, is just bring your team with you, because it's so powerful to do video. So that was one. The other one is, you were really, what's the right word? You were very giving at the end of the challenge as far as having people join the online community. Another huge point component there, again, if you go across it. And the knowledge that I picked up from your community after the fact was, go back and take a look at the branding course, take a look at all these different things. The people that didn't take advantage of that $1 offer, it was huge. And I've stayed in it. I think it's just this amazing product that you can get so much knowledge, whether it's the content creation, whether it's the branding, whether it's all the different things that you have. You're giving points for that. That's great. But when you really break down where you're giving those points away, take that to heart, everybody, because that's really where the opportunity is in existence, not from a Helen perspective, but rather from your perspective. Bring your team to the table. Take advantage of this other content, this other knowledge that's available to you. It's huge.
Yeah, and it's a very valid point, because it's about sharing it with other people and helping other people rise up. So one of the reasons why I give bonus points for you guys sharing the opportunity with others. And, they have to complete the challenge to get the bonus points. But if they do, their world can change. So if you can invite somebody in to do something that they were terribly scared of doing and achieving it, their world can change. So when we can impact other people and change their lives and change their experiences to get the confidence to then build their business, that's what I'm all about. It's about sharing the love. And, thank you for your comment regarding my coaching community. I give so much information for next to nothing, because I want to see people win. So I appreciate those comments. But it's about helping other people win, not holding on to all the information for ourselves and being really selfish with it. Nobody wins with that. It's, the saying in this industry, if you help other people, win, you win indirectly anyway. 100%. So it's about sharing that love. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Yep. Any final thoughts?
Again, for people that are scared to press the go live because they may not know what they want to say, try doing a dual live, because it's not you having to impart your knowledge, but rather imparting other people's, and pulling that out of them is a great opportunity. Just knowing how to interview somebody, just asking questions, and it's going to be relevant to your audience. And last thing is, people don't realize everyone has a message that they've got in them that they need to share. And sometimes we don't realize by putting that out there. There were people that, I did a go live, didn't feel like it one day, and I did it anyway. And somebody said, whatever I said on that day, I can't remember what the words were. Somebody said, that was exactly what I needed to hear today. And had I said to myself, oh, I'm not going live today, or oh, I'm too tired, or whatever, that message would have never come out. And all of us have a message to share. It's our job and it's within us to pass it out there. And it's golden. You know, now you got social media to amplify it and leverage it out. Take advantage of it.
Yeah, I often feel that for myself. There's some day, you know, going live 5 days a week. Sometimes I really don't feel like it. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It's a lot of lives to do every single week. And yeah, I'll do a live on the day that I really don't feel like doing it, but I'll do it. And then there'll be all these comments. It's like, imagine if I didn't go live today. Like all those people wouldn't have learned what I just shared today. Like it's bigger than ourselves. The internet affords us this amazing opportunity to affect other people and their lives. And it's really something we should embrace, no matter how fearful it might be in the beginning. It's like anything. You can't get better at anything unless you keep doing it. It's like riding a bike when we're a kid. We don't just jump on it for the first time and, oh, I can ride a bike. We got to practice and fall down, get up, fall down, get up. Your business is no different. We're all going to fall down at various times. Some things are going to work. Some things are not going to work. But we got to pick ourselves up and just keep doing it over and over again. And live video is no different.
Absolutely.
So, thank you for sharing that. I'm just going to share some more comments here. Edith, I love that comment. Push the limits. Yeah. It's the commitment. It surely is. Vanda, agreed. Having time to plan things out is huge. Planning is a huge part of, you know, success. Hi, Rosemary. How are you? We got Fiona that said hi to Matt. You'll have to go through these comments yourself as well, Matt.
Yeah.
He's a great coach and facilitator. Thank you, Lynn. Emma, how are you? Jan, doing live within the challenge is more exciting and fun than, you know, probably doing it on your own, I think is what Jan is saying, and I have to agree. We do like to have fun with the challenges, don't we, Matt?
Absolutely.
People brings on the same wave and vibration. And honestly, guys, like Matt was saying, you've all got something to give. Some of you just might not know what that is yet, but going on a live video challenge can help you explore that. What you enjoy talking about, finding your own vibe. You know, as we say, your vibe attracts your tribe. And you can't attract a tribe unless you've got a vibe or unless you're letting people get to know who you are. So truly, truly powerful stuff. And I've watched Matt's journey and growth and wanting to help people from the previous challenge. And he did. He invited people in and they finished. And so he's been rewarded for it. So I congratulate you for your efforts in each challenge, Matt. And I've seen how you've grown. You're going to have to watch out for him, those guys. He's going in the next one. So you have to knock it. Someone else has to come in and I'm going to have to be a bit more creative with the points because 14 days is really hard to differentiate people. So look out. I've got some thinking to do with the points and the activities to separate you guys. But thank you, Matt. And I'm sure you guys watching, you know, please thank Matt for his time and his, you know, words of wisdom regarding what he's experienced. And we've got some comments here. Awesome advice, Matt. It's adult entertainment. Oh, that could be interpreted a couple of different ways.
Gotta watch that one.
It's the people we get to know in this community. That's why it's so cool. Yeah. And like, it's a pretty cool community here as well. Wouldn't you agree, Matt?
Absolutely.
Valuable advice, Matt. We're like kids again. I do like to be a little bit funny sometimes. Mess it up. Yes, Laurie, we got to mess it up. No one's striving. Edith is messing it up as well. If I messed up with my go live, I just laughed at it. We really have to. You know, we've got to laugh at ourselves so other people laugh at us with us. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it there, Matt. Thank you so much for coming on live with me.
Thank you.
There's a lot of comments here that appreciate you doing that and sharing your thoughts with us. I look forward to seeing you in the next challenge. Please thank Matt, guys, for joining us here today. And we will see you very soon.
Thank you, Helen. Have a great evening.
Okay. Bye, guys.